tide. When the storm gets rough, we ain't gonna hide. Rock and get us swilling, but it won't touch me. Only love around, that's how it's gonna be. Keep moving forward, never looking back. The truth's in the power, it's an unstoppable track. In the city lights where dreams collide, we hustle through the night, fire in our stride. Whispers in the dark can't dim my glow. With rhythm in my soul, I'm ready for the show. We break the chains, rewrite the rules in this concrete jungle where nobody's fools. Unity sings louder than the lies they scheme. In the heart of the struggle, we dare to dream. We keep moving forward, never looking back. The truth's in the power, it's an unstoppable track.
Another Queen Amadaya production.
Haze on the corner, they talking real loud. Spreading on light, trying to bring me down. Enemies lurking, but I won't back away. Got a vision in my mind, I'm here to stay. Got my crew beside me, we rise like a tide. When the storm gets rough, we ain't gonna hide. Rock and get us swilling, but it won't touch me. Only love around, that's how it's gonna be. Keep moving forward, never looking back. The truth's in the power, it's an unstoppable track. In the city lights where dreams collide, we hustle through the night, fire in our stride. Whispers in the dark can't dim my glow. With rhythm in my soul, I'm ready for the show. We break the chains, rewrite the rules in this concrete jungle where nobody's fools. Unity sings louder than the lies they scheme. In the heart of the struggle, we dare to dream. We keep moving forward, never looking back. The truth's in the power, it's an unstoppable track. Haze on the corner, they talking real loud. Spreading on light, trying to bring me down. Enemies lurking, but I won't back away. Got a vision in my mind, I'm here to stay. Got my crew beside me, we rise like a tide. When the storm gets rough, we ain't gonna hide. Rock and get us swilling, but it won't touch me. Only love around, that's how it's gonna be. Keep moving forward, never looking back. The truth's in the power, it's an unstoppable track. In the city lights where dreams collide, we hustle through the night, fire in our stride. Whispers in the dark can't dim my glow. With rhythm in my soul, I'm ready for the show. We break the chains, rewrite the rules in this concrete jungle where nobody's fools. Unity sings louder than the lies they scheme. In the heart of the struggle, we dare.
Right. Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Amadaya Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Amadaya Shakur, and this is your Sunday morning wake-up call. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done so already, be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time Queen Goddess goes live. Okay, so I realize I'm here early, but when I tell you all, I woke up this morning, and the first thing I saw was that DJ Vlad has come out and supposedly exposed Jay-Z and Megan Thee Stallion. So we're going to get into it in just a second. Okay, let's get ready. All right, hello, Nessie X. All right, G from the land, Danny. All right, Claudette, let's get into it, Desmond. All right, Pearly, I see you, beloved. Everybody hit that like button. Okay, Leon, I see you, Soul Sister. All right, Nessa G. Okay, let's get into it. Everybody hit the like button. Don't forget to double check and make sure that you're still subscribed, especially if you have not been receiving your notifications. All right, hello, Aqua Girl Rising, Peaceful Living. All right, Deronda, I am 666, okay? Emperor Rex is in the virtual building. All right, let's get into it. Now, before we do, let's have a brief word from our sponsor at 12 Tribes.
Do not buy 12 Tribes on Earth hair growth oil and hair magic elixir unless you want super healthy, gorgeous hair that grows. They have a whole line of amazing hair growth products, including hair growth leave-in conditioner spray, hair growth shampoo, hair growth spray, and hair growth butter. I'm starting to sense a theme here. They include quality natural ingredients. They smell amazing, and you can see the results for yourself. So if you're looking for healthy hair growth for your natural or relaxed hair, try 12 Tribes on Earth today.
Okay, so don't forget you can purchase 12 Tribes Hair Oil at Etsy.com. Just look for Lisa Crafts. And also, you can find her at Walmart.com and she sells beard oil as well. Okay, so let's get ready to get into it. Hold on just a second. Okay, there we go. All right. So anyway, with that all being said, what do you all have to say about all of it, honey? Now, DJ Vlad came out and said this just a few hours ago. I haven't even found any articles about it as of yet, just what he posted on his Twitter. Okay, so let's get into it. And my question is, how does DJ Vlad know this information? Where did he get this from? Now, he claims that Jay-Z was basically, or Rock Nation Jay-Z, were basically giving him, paying him to speak kindly of, hold on, to speak kindly of Meg the Stallion, but he says he can't keep up the ruse anymore, basically. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm going to share my screen so you all can see exactly what he posted to his X accounts. This is all nefarious. I mean, the rest of us, we just have to sit here and deal with it when we get into some sort of legal troubles. But the rich people, I mean, you mean to tell me they can just pay things off, pay off judges, pay off jurors? Really? Now, I don't know if any of this is true, but I sure do want to find out. Okay, do you all remember when Nathan Daly was on here, the former police officer, and me and him were going back and forth because I thought Macon was telling the truth and he felt like she was lying? Okay, so anyway, let's get into these receipts. So it says, and this is from DJ Vlad. Okay, it says, I have a confession. Rock Nation has been paying me to support Megan. They also paid off all the jury members to convict Tory. And they bribed the judge too. Jay-Z did a verse for his grandson's new album. Now they paid off Megan's doctor to lie about the bullet fragments. She was never shot. What do y'all think about this? Now, the LA police are all on Jay's payroll, and it doesn't stop with LA, but you're not ready to hear that part. Okay, that's what he said. That's what he said. Now, he came back with a couple of more posts, which I'm going to go to. But what do you all think about this? Anybody think this has any elements of truth to it, per se? I have several questions. Lynn says, Grand Rising Queen. Well, thank you, beloved. I appreciate your kind donation. Okay, thank you so much. Peace, love, and blessings. Okay, so now do you all think there's any validity to this? What do you all think? People are saying, is it real? That's what I was thinking. Is it real? So I looked it up because I couldn't find any articles. Here's the thing. Hold on just a second, beloved. Hold on just 1 second. I'm trying to pull up this thread. Hold on. It's taking a second to load. Come on. Okay, this is taking forever. Anyway, let's go here. Hold on. Now I did Google it. That's the thing. I Googled it because I was just like, this sounds like it could be somebody trolling, something that's not possibly true, because I really couldn't believe it. I did Google it and it said that this was said. Okay, but hold on, let me pull this up. Well, this seems to be an audio. Hold on, let me see what they're talking about. It could be some music or something. I don't know. Anyway, here's the same thing that I already told you all. This is being reported on different vlog sites. So again, let me just go to what I Googled and let you all see that. Because y'all know me. Did DJ Vlad make allegations against Jay-Z. Megan Thee Stallion about Tory Lanez. Okay, now let's see what comes up this time. I'm going to share my screen. It's all a hot mess. Okay, so they say, as of mid-February 2026, Vlad is trending due to viral unverified posts on X, formerly Twitter, attributed to his account, which suggests he was paid by Roc Nation to influence the narrative surrounding Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion. Okay, they say the screenshot circulating on social media showed statements attributed to DJ Vlad, implying that Roc Nation, Jay-Z's company, paid him and other media figures to favor Megan Thee Stallion and ensure Tory Lanez remained imprisoned. Many users and commentators note the remarks appeared to be sarcastic, satirical. Now, no evidence as of now, there is credible evidence. Or there is no credible evidence or documented proof to support the claims that Roc Nation paid DJ Vlad or bribed individuals involved in legal proceedings. Well, here's my thing. Now, if Vlad said this, I would have to wonder how in the world, I'm sorry, if this is true, how would he know this stuff? That's what makes me wonder. How would DJ Vlad know this? If somebody was paying him, well, what would they be telling him about the other stuff for? Okay, why would they tell him about the judges, the jurors, and all of this other information? Okay, I find it all interesting. And one thing about it, if you rely on Jay-Z, we already know that Jay-Z's real quick to go and file a lawsuit for defamation, libel, and slander. Okay, so I'm going to see if Vlad comes out and responds to this, what Vlad has to say about it all. But I find it very interesting. Okay, how did they... Right. Tyra said other small heads told him. Rainbow Sun said Kanye then said Jay-Z has killers. Y'all paint him and Nicki as crazy. They had Nicki's home swatted 3 times with her baby in it. Governor Newsom refused to help her. That's why she went MAGA. Is that what it was? Hold on. But anyway, let's go to this next post. Let's go to this next post. You all know that people clone people's accounts because people have done this to me on TikTok and on ScrewTube. Okay, now it says the Mexican guy who stabbed Tory, who do you think paid him to do that? You already know the answer to that. The 3 Supreme Court judges who denied Tory's appeal all paid off by the Rock Mafia. Jay also paid Trump not to pardon Tory, even though it's a state case. Trump can only pardon federal cases, but knowing Trump likes to bend the rules, Jay wasn't taking any chances. I can't keep these lies secret anymore. If this is my last tweet, you know who silenced me. Now, they said he was possibly being sarcastic. This doesn't sound like sarcasm. Either Vlad said this or somebody else posted it and is saying that Vlad said it, okay? But hold on, there's one more post. Southern Breeze said, are politics involved? Elite Leo says, now y'all listen to Vlad. He knows how gullible Black people are and the conspiracies. He's not serious. Just feed it into all the Delulus who swear Roc Nation is paying everyone. Well, who swears they're paying everyone, beloved? I didn't have any idea that people even thought they were paying anyone. Okay, you all remember, like I told you all, I had Nathan Daly on here and we were going back and forth because I felt like Megan was telling the truth because why would she make this up? Okay, so anyway, goes on to say, I'm seeing news reports that Kelsey's bodyguard came forward and said that Kelsey shot Megan, not Tory Lanez. The only problem is that Kelsey's bodyguard wasn't actually bodyguarding her the night of the shooting. His testimony is based on a conversation he heard that he claims he heard. 98% of appeals fall through. Now, this isn't going to overturn Tory's conviction. If this were actually true, Tory should have taken the stand and said it. Also, the story doesn't match up with the jail call of Tory apologizing to Kelsey. You're an idiot if you think that that someone sitting in jail is going to apologize to the person who put them there. And why would the shooter even do a jail call with a person who's being charged with their crime? I mean, that's a good question. But at the end of the day, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Okay, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Truth, I said, that man ain't got no reason to lie about this shit. Okay, Rainbow Sun said, I can't wait for 50 to drop his doc on Jay-Z. Now, was 50 serious? Because when he said that he was going to do a documentary about Jay-Z, I didn't really take him serious. I thought he was trolling us again. But if he does do one, I'm certainly going to be watching it. Okay, so anyway, let's continue because now the streets are talking. And I was going to tell you all this a few days ago, but I was into much of the Epstein stuff. So now they're saying that Erica Kirk, Charlie Kirk's wife, they're saying that she was sending some inappropriate text messages to a 15-year-old. Now, I read the text myself days ago, and I thought they were a bit inappropriate, but it kind of came off as maybe grooming, perhaps. But people had a lot to say about it, so let's get into it. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. And you already know, as soon as Candace found out about all of this, she was right on to it. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Erica Franzvies, or however you pronounce her original last name before her marriage, alleged inappropriate text with 15-year-old girl. Okay, so let's get into it. Likes up, everyone, please. Like and share. Okay.
Tweeted, I just want to be somebody's woman crush Wednesday. Is that too much to ask? That evening, she then tweets, thank you at Erica Franzvi for making my whole week. And she shared.
Do you see what's on the wall on the screen? Are you looking at it?
There's this photo, and the photo is of a gnome, and it says, I want to be inside your lady garden. Know what I'm saying?
The indication here is that Erica Franzve sent this to her. You just made my week, Erica. I want to be inside your lady garden. Know what I'm saying?
Now, that to me is definitely inappropriate to be saying to a 15-year-old, okay, as a grown adult. What do you all make of it? Okay, I see some of you all in the chat saying 50 Cent can't talk. Well, you know, Daphne did say he put pause on her. I don't know if he really did or she was just upset. I don't know.
Now, I'm only 46. I've only had 8 children. I'm familiar with the lady garden. I know what they're called. I know what they are. And I know what it means to be inside one. This is October, November, December, January, February, March, 6 months after they met. There's a clear escalation going on here. There's a very clear escalation taking place. We've gone out of the realm of, oops, I didn't mean to say that. Ha ha, so silly. I so apologize for saying that. Oh, I didn't. Stupid Siri. We've left that realm. And Jill says, thank you for making my whole week. And
Jillian tweeted.
I find that absolutely nefarious if she actually did send that to her. Now, hold on. Let's keep going because they say that the teen who's now an adult, or the person who was a teen at the time, came out and verified that it's supposedly still on her account. Okay, supposedly still up. And you know, let's not forget that they say Trump is the one who introduced Erica Kirk to Charlie. Also, let's not forget what I reported to you all months ago, okay, that Erica Kirk was tied to this Romanian charity called Romanian Angels. I think that was the name of it. And there was allegations, I can't substantiate it, but there was allegations of inappropriate things going on, okay?
Just came out and said everything that we've been seeing between her and Erica, the screenshots, the text messages, the tweets, all that's true. Oh, and it gets even worse. Erica thought that she was such a good-looking 15-year-old that she set up a photo shoot with a random photographer behind the 15-year-old mom's back without her consent, set it up and sent the little girl there, and she went. And the girl said, again, she's 27 now. She said the photographer was so weird. It was the weirdest thing ever. What does that sound like to y'all? Just use context clues. What does that sound like to y'all, bro? Erica was really on that. Erica was a recruiter to get little boys and girls traffic tickets. Think about the context again. She's the one that got this little girl phone number. 25 years old, she got her phone number. She started texting her late nights. She started sexting, saying inappropriate things. All of that's confirmed, by the way, by the 15-year-old girl that's now 27. She was just flattered because this was Erica Kirk, Miss Arizona. But all of those text messages, all the tweets, everything was true. All of that's confirmed. Then gets her a photo shoot set up. Tells her, don't eat anything too crazy. You don't need to be bloated. You need to look good. Gets her a photo shoot set up behind her mother's back. And she goes. Thank God she made it home. What the freak? What Erica did to that little girl is exactly how the movie Sound of Freedom started. And at this point, I wouldn't even be surprised if she on the Me-Files.
He said, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if she's on them E-files. Ooh, honey, that's absolutely egregious. Okay, now let's go to this next video. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance. This is all nefarious.
Even know where to start. There is so much about Erica Kirk and Candace Owens reports and this 15-year-old that she allegedly was like SEXting kind of ish back and forth. So allegedly before the assassination of Charlie Kirk, he had taken Erica out of his will. So therefore, anything that TPSA earns or did earn or will earn does not go to her, but it goes to the kids. And why was she removed from the will, mind you ask? Well, allegedly, it's because of an affair that Erica Kirk was having. Now, that's a shock because as you could tell, or allegedly, it appeared that she was very much in love with her husband as she spoke so highly of him. But apparently, her saying that he was the only person in her life is also false. She had multiple boyfriends, multiple serious relationships, but the latest allegations are her texting back and forth, very lewd and sort of like pedophile-ish text with a 15-year-old talking about her lips, her hair, her eyes, her figure. And when the girl posts about this new friend of hers that she was excited about, Erica posts #no new friends. So first, she's taken out of the will. So nothing that she earns, including all this really expensive merch she's selling, will she get funds for. But also, who is this affair with? And why is she saying that Charlie was her only when she had multiple serious boyfriends, even was on like Summer House or one of those reality shows? But also, like now this stuff about her texting a 15-year-old, like there are text upon text upon text, like actual receipts, actual screenshots, actual messages between Erica and a 15-year-old. What the blank is wrong with her? Like what's going on here? Like, I don't even know what to think, but Candace doesn't go without receipts and she's got thousands of them. So she also says she needs to be questioned for the unaliving, like taken in by the police and questioned. What are your thoughts about all of this? Y'all, there's so much more to come, but just wanted to pick your brain. Have a great night. Happy Galentine's Day.
I find it all nefarious at the end of the day. I find this all crazy. Now, with that all being said, let's go to this next clip. And then we've got to talk about Stefon Diggs because he's been sued again. Here is what Candace has to say about it. Okay, I'm going to put an overlay over this.
speaking of a fatal attraction, something that has been doing the rounds on social media, thanks to, first and foremost, a YouTuber by the name of Nicey. So full credit to Nicey. And then, of course, Baron Coleman picked it up. I love it. We're all just pooling information. And here we are. Is regarding this relationship that Erika had over, it looks like social media. A lot of it played out over social media. And I'm just going to actually cut to Nicey here, who's going to unpack it for you. And to give you a little bit of background, it's 2013, and therefore Erika has just completed her year as Miss Arizona, and she's 25 years old at the time. Erika is. And now you're going to learn how she met Jillian. Take a listen.
Back in 2013, Erika was 25 years old and she was in a relationship with a basketball player named Joshua Harrelson. So at the time, he was living in Michigan and Erika moved out there to be with him. On the evening of September 15, 2013, Joshua Harrelson and Erika met a 15-year-old girl named Jillian Falcon. And I know this because Jillian tweeted about it. At 3:53 p.m., Jillian tweeted that she was out for sushi with her friend. And 2 hours later, she tweeted, just met Miss Arizona and Josh Harrelson, heart eyes emoji. Now, I'm not sure if Jillian coincidentally bumped into Erika and Joshua or if they were introduced. What I do know is that Jillian had a friend and the friend's grandparents were renting a home to Erika in Michigan. So I'm not entirely sure if all of these people just bumped into each other coincidentally at the sushi restaurant or if they were formally introduced. But nonetheless, they met and Erika struck up what I view as a very odd relationship with the 15-year-old girl named Jillian.
So I can help clarify. I can build on that. Like I said, I spoke with Jillian and that information, part of that information is very accurate. It was about payment for rent. And that is how Jillian meets Erica Kirk. She opens the door. She's presumably living with or visiting her boyfriend at the time. And she sees Erica Kirk and she thinks, oh my gosh, this girl, 25-year-old girl is so beautiful. And Erika is extremely kind to her and they start speaking. And somehow, and Jillian does not recall how this transpired, somehow during this rent arrangement, Erika and her exchange numbers. Okay. So what happens next is they begin messaging each other, a texting relationship, and across social media, making comments on one another's posts. And in the beginning, it seems fine enough, I guess. The conversation is polite, maybe something that you might expect to see between someone who has some level of notoriety or fame and one of their fans over social media. But then it picks up, just as Nicey indicates. It picks up, and I am going to allow you to listen to her explain what then transpires. And I would also, again, like to reinforce the fact that this girl, Jillian, is 15 years old and Erika is 25. It's worth mentioning that at this point in her biography, Erika is also working with sex trafficking charities. This is that year where she says that she got involved with a sex trafficking charity over in China. I'll have more for you on that next week, but take it away, Nicey.
On February 13th, 2014, Jillian replied to one of Erika's tweets by saying, at Erica Francevy, gorgeous as always. A few hours later, she then tweeted, why did at Erica Francevy just send me this? Laughing emojis. And there is a photo which says, this Valentine's Day, I am going to touch your butt. Jillian posted this tweet on March 6, 2014. So Erika says, let me call you. Hold on, sweetheart. Give me a sex. Wow. And then Jillian says, okay, and puts laughing emojis. Erika then says, Sex too, but not from you, lol. Holy laughing emoji. You always make me laugh. I don't bat for the other team just yet. On March 13th, 2014, Jillian shared another screenshot of her text messages with Erika. Erika says, I forgot to tell you, hydrate tonight. No alcohol and don't eat a lot of salty foods. You don't want to look bloated. Jillian then responds, thank you. Erika says, no alcohol. Really, Erika? Age recognition, you twat waffle. Apparently, I haven't had my coffee yet. What the hell, Erika? Laughing emoji. Well, on that bite, ... Note, damn you, Siri. Come on, hashtag the struggle. What are you trying to say, laughing emoji? Spit it out, you twat waffle. On the morning of March 26, 2014, Jillian tweeted, I just want to be somebody's woman crush Wednesday. Is that too much to ask? That evening, she then tweets, thank you at Erica Francevy for making my whole week. And she shares this photo, and the photo is of a gnome, and it says, I want to be inside your lady garden. Gnome saying, on April 3rd, 2014, Jillian tweeted this picture and said, I miss this goon. A few minutes later, she tweeted, did Erica just text me hashtag no new friends? Oh my fucking God, I can't. A few days later, on April 5th, 2014, Jillian posted this tweet, getting this in the mail from Erica Francevy. And in the photo is a red box of chocolate-covered strawberries and other chocolate desserts. And the card in the photo says this, Happy Sweet 16, beautiful girl. Keep strong in faith and know that you're loved. But most of all, never forget that you are perfect and amazing just the way you are. I am so proud of you. Today is the first day of another 365-day journey around the sun. Enjoy the trip, boo. Love you, E. On June 7th, 2014, Jillian shared this tweet. This has to be the most heartfelt compliment I've ever gotten. And she attached a screenshot of her conversation with Erica. So Jillian says, thank you. Erica says, you have the most stunning features. Jillian says, best compliment ever. Erica says, your eyes, your lips, your skin, you're absolutely beautiful. Jillian responds with the crying emoji, you're making me cry. In February of 2014, Jillian went on a family trip to Puerto Rico, and Erica was liking and commenting on her Instagram posts. So Jillian posted this photo of the beach, and Erica says, unreal gorgeous. And then Jillian responds, this is by far my favorite picture I took. My mom wants to get it blown up at Erica Francevy. Erica responds, I could see why, boo. Jillian responds, so perfect at Erica Francevy. Erica then responds, ... yes, I know you are.
I'm just going to follow that with a little bit of silence. I just want us to all contemplate it. Let's actually contemplate it for the people who are going to try to explain it, the Erica splainers, who are going to be like, that's not weird. No. What? Never been a 25-year-old sending chocolate-covered strawberries to a 15-year-old? That's not weird. You guys are haters. No, what? Oh, come on. You've never, as a 25-year-old, decided to message a 15-year-old about their lips and their skin and how perfect they are. You never decided to message them when they posted a photo of them with a person that's their age and said, no new friends. Almost like territorial, like or that's obviously all just a joke or something like that. By the way, just in general, going back to how they met, I'm trying to rationalize in my head, under what scenario, if a 15-year-old, if you open the door and a 15-year-old was there, would you exchange numbers with them? Like, I'm trying to rationalize it. Maybe if they were with their parents and they were like, the parents were like, he was looking for a job. Like, I don't know if you need like a babysitter. You guys want to go to dinner for a couple of hours, sort of a thing, maybe. But I'd probably take the parents' number. Yeah, I would definitely take the parents' number. I actually can't rationalize that. So I'm throwing that out because sometimes people in the chat can be more creative than me. And they can say, oh, no, it's totally adorable to exchange numbers with the 15-year-olds and then kind of have this relationship with them where you're commenting and saying, making lesbian jokes. I don't, swing for the next team yet. Is that appropriate to say to a 15-year-old when you're 25? Come on, where are my Erica splainers in the chat? I want to hear it. It's a time to be alive. Everyone's explaining Jeffrey Epstein and all of his friends. Go ahead, go for it. I think it's fine. Go ahead. I want to hear it. There's so much that disturbs me about that. But again, when I first was going, everything is wrong here. That's my natural intuition. I didn't want to then extrapolate and jump to conclusions until I spoke with Jillian. On the off chance that maybe it is my personal senses, having learned everything about Erica's background, maybe my personal senses about Erica might be clouding my judgment. Maybe there was a perfectly reasonable explanation for that sort of relationship. Maybe she really is just such an amazing person by the time she's 25 years old. Such a strong and faithful Christian that she wants a 15-year-old to feel sexy or something. I also want to note that this particular 15-year-old at this time, what we know based off of Jillian's tweets is that she doesn't have a father in her life. Okay. She tweeted this in June of 2014. I haven't seen my dad over 2 years. Okay. The reason why I want to point that out is because Charlie Kirk and I did a lot on the road discussing father absence and how these teenagers and children are, we don't know. Speaking of a fatal attraction, something that has been doing the rounds on social media, thanks to, first and foremost, a YouTuber
so now with
by the
that
name
all
of
being
Nicey.
said, I find it all very interesting. Now, do you all feel like she was not doing anything inappropriate or that she, in fact, was? Because, you know, some of the people, like Candace said, they're absolutely trying to just trying to minimize it and saying that, oh, you know, she was just being nice, you know, she just wants to make the girl feel good or whatever. But saying that you want to be in her lady garden, okay, I mean, that was just a bit much as far as I'm concerned. Chief Jones just said very inappropriate, okay? And then setting up a modeling shoot for her and all that stuff without speaking to her parents. First of all, if you're an adult, in my opinion, you should not be speaking to anyone's children. Okay, even if even if you think it's in a professional capacity, you should not be speaking to anyone's children without the consent or the presence of the parents or the guardian. I mean, unless you're the teacher or something like that, you know, someone who has a regular relationship with this child. Okay. That's real crazy to me. So anyway, I don't know what's going on with that, but like I said, she allegedly did have a charity, a Romanian charity, and you know there was no significant claims to substantiate whether or not she was doing anything nefarious, but there was some whispers of trafficking going on, and I don't know because at the end of the day, anybody friends with Trump, I have several questions. Okay, so now let me say this: I had to change my title and all of that because clearly Vlad is now saying that he was joking, that he was that it was satire. Okay, that's what he said, that it was satire. Because I was like, I should have known that didn't sound right. Because I'm like, wait a minute, how the hell would Vlad know? How would he know anything about this? Why would they tell him? It's absolutely crazy. Okay. Vlad needs to sit down somewhere. Okay, so now with that all being said, let's talk about Dan Schneider. Now, do you all remember Dan Schneider, the guy from the Quiet on Set? Dan Schneider from Nickelodeon, right? So now, you know, of course, he denied all those allegations and basically said that they were just trying to, you know, make him look bad. And so now, the people are saying, hold on, people are saying that he wanted to sue. I don't know if he is going to sue, but I find it all interesting because, sir, that was like 2 years ago when that documentary came out. Okay? That was like 2 years ago when it all came out. So anyway, with that all being said, now let's talk about Stefon Diggs. Because this young man right here, listen, I heard him and Cardi broke up, okay, after the Super Bowl, and you all saw that video that I played for you the other day with a nosy neighbor talking about Carly with an L, Carly B. Well, here's the thing. King Thought said Charlie is better off. Why are you calling her Charlie? Okay. Oh, you talking about Charlie Kirk. I thought you were talking about Carly B. Cardi B. You talking about Charlie, but Charlie, he's dead, so he's better off. Okay. Songwriter Sunny said, it's how girlies flirt. I always assumed it was harmless, like a girl going bra shopping with her aunt. Well, here's the thing. That's not harmless when you're doing that to a 15-year-old, in my opinion. That can be, even if you mean it in a way that's not, you know, harmful, you don't have any malicious intent, the optics of it does not look good because we know that there are so many adults, okay, that have been reported as of late specifically, you know, who are doing and saying inappropriate things to people's children. Okay. And also, they say that she allegedly met this teen. I forget where they say she met her at, but like a restaurant or something, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But why are you, as a grown woman, exchanging phone numbers with a teenager? Even if you saw a teenager that you thought was so beautiful that she needed to be a model and you could help her out, you should ask that teenager for their parents' phone number. What's your mom or dad's number? Who do you live with? Your mom or dad? Could you give me their number so I can contact them? I'd love to help you out. That's how you do that. You don't just, you know, start texting and talking and calling people's teenagers. That's what you should never do. That's just not a good idea, not to me. Okay, Southern Bree said definitely grooming. Well, that's what it's given, especially talking about lady parts. Know what I'm saying? Okay, please make it all add up. All right. So anyway, I had to double check that thing with Vlad, honey, because I can't be doing a whole video and sitting up here and it all be just false receipts. Okay. Now let's talk about Stefon Diggs though, because he better hope these are false receipts. Because the word on the streets is that he got hit with another lawsuit right before the Super Bowl. Okay, right before the Super Bowl, Cardi B really needs to leave him alone. If you ask me, he's very problematic. Now, bad enough he has all these different baby moms and all these kids, and 4 of them born in the same year. That's just disgusting. That's giving dirty D energy. If you ask me, you're out here sleeping with all these women and not using protection. And then someone tried to liken it to a poly relationship, but it's not the same because in the poly relationship, all of those people live together, and usually all of them, they've usually been tested or something, or they all know what everybody's got because they're all doing these things and they know it. But when you're out here just messing around with this woman, this one, and that one, these women don't know each other 9 times out of 10. And if you're not their main man, or they know you're messing with other women, they're likely mess with other men too. And then you're messing with all these women. That's a recipe for STD and STIs. Okay, it's disgusting. Who does that? Okay, I just could never. Okay, Cheryl, thank you so much for your contribution to the channel, beloved. I appreciate you. Peace, love, and blessings. Okay, this is all crazy. Nita's and Mike's said, I don't think Vlad is lying. Well, he said he was joking. Maybe he got a phone call. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I deleted that TikTok that I did about it, okay? At the end of the day, he said this is not true, so I'm going to go with what he says. Okay, now, here's the thing. Let's talk about Stefon, because what I find interesting about these allegations is they sound very reminiscent of those other allegations from Chris Blake Griffith. Okay, so let's get into it. And then the other day, another thing too, I noticed when he went to court the other day for the chef, for the allegations she made about him strangling her and whatnot. Interesting thing is he had all those women at the Super Bowl, okay, his so-called best friend. Honey, I wish my man would ever tell me that somebody that looks like is his best friend. Honey, you need to have several seats, okay? What? Because first of all, men who are friends with women who look like that are usually not friends by choice, okay? They're usually friends because they've been put in the friend zone, but sitting back secretly watching and waiting for an opportunity to smash, okay? That's what it gives. I'm just saying, honey. And then that chef that he had that was supposed to be living with him, is Cardi B all right? Is she all right? Because what? It's all nefarious. But anyway, here's the thing. So I noticed that he had all these women at the Super Bowl. But when he was in court, he was standing alone, just like the cheese. Y'all remember that game, The Farmer and the Dale, that we did in elementary school? And the cheese stands alone? That's him, okay? He needs to sit down somewhere, honey. I don't know who he thinks he is. And Cardi B, honey, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I think Offset was a better deal than him. I think he's worse than Offset. Matter of fact, some even say that he's just Offset with the letters rearranged. Please pay attention. That's what they say. He's just Offset with the letters rearranged, okay? Now, and then here's the thing. Some people on the internet really tickle me sometimes with the theories and narratives they come up with. Because some people were even saying that because Pre is supposed to be best friends with Stefon and then supposed to have been a side chick to Offset, they're saying that some people are saying that Stefon, Offset, and Pre are all playing Cardi B. So it was all a whole setup. I'm like, where do y'all get this stuff from? Okay, absolutely nefarious. But anyway, let's continue. So Stefon Diggs, his former chef who accused him of assault, is finally speaking out. Okay, the victim. Oh, I'm sorry. This isn't about the lawsuit, honey. This is something that came out yesterday. Stefon Diggs' accuser breaks silence following his arraignment. Okay, we'll get into that lawsuit in a second. But so anyway, she has accused him of assault. She's finally speaking out. Now, the victim, Mila Adams, recently released a statement via TMZ, okay, following Diggs' entering a not guilty plea during his arraignment on Friday, February the 13th. She says, I did not seek public attention and reported this matter through the proper legal channels. Now, this is an active criminal matter, and I will continue to respect the legal process. I will not engage in rumors, personal attacks, or respond to misinformation on social media, and I will ask others to refrain from spreading false narratives. Now, the statement continues to say, my focus is on healing my work and moving forward with integrity. Okay, I trust the legal process to address the facts, and I hope anyone following this matter will do the same. Okay, that's what she says. Now they say Diggs faces a felony strangulation and misdemeanor assault charge for an alleged incident, a violent incident that happened in December of 2025 involving him and the former chef. Now, for those of you that were watching, you know I reported on this right after it happened. Now, the alleged victim said the physical altercation happened after a heated dispute over pay. However, Diggs has denied all wrongdoing. Now, his attorney say, we're confident that after the facts and evidence are reviewed in this case, he will be completely exonerated. Mitchell Schuster, okay, a member of Diggs' legal team, told reporters outside the courthouse. Now, Diggs has a pretrial scheduled on April the 1st and must refrain from making any contact with the alleged victim. In other news, Diggs' legal woes have continued to worsen. Just days before the Super Bowl, Stefon Diggs was hit with a jaw-dropping lawsuit, honey. According to court documents obtained by TMZ, Diggs is facing new allegations of defamation, assault, and more. Ooh, honey, it just goes from bad to worse for him. Okay, and this is why Cardi B needs to leave him alone. This young man is not only a philanderer, okay, Papa was a Rolling Stone. Okay, isn't that what he posted on his social media days ago? Papa was a Rolling Stone, something about being a Rolling Stone. And you know, they say Rolling Stones gather no moss. Okay, so with that all being said, she needs to leave him alone. He's too problematic. He's facing criminal charges, 2 lawsuits for defamation, libel, and slander. Okay, and then being accused of trying to R-word a whole man. Yikes. I wouldn't want anything to do with him. I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole. Okay, if I were Cardi, at the end of the day, this is bad for business and her brand. So amid preparing for the Super Bowl, Stefon Diggs is facing a new bombshell lawsuit. According to court documents obtained by TMZ, Diggs faces allegations of defamation, assault, and more. Now, in the suit, the accuser, a concierge consultant, claims that he helped arrange the transportation for Diggs, okay, for his Ferrari from Miami to New York and then to Houston. However, in July of 2024, the relationship deteriorated when the car was stolen while en route to Houston. Now, despite the incident being confirmed by police officials, the man claims the Patriots wide receiver began spreading rumors that he'd stolen the Ferrari, an allegation the man vehemently denies. Not long after the man claims that people in Diggs' circle started publicly approaching him in restaurants, he alleges that he had been ordered to return any prior gifts that Diggs brought him. Now, per court documents, Diggs acknowledged his involvement via text and admitted that he'd in fact been responsible and accountable for the actions of the people in his circle. In another shocking allegation, the man claims that back in December 2025, he was assaulted in a Miami restaurant by 2 of Diggs' goons. Now, that's interesting because isn't that the same exact thing that happened to Chris Blake? Okay, he too said that he was assaulted. If you all remember, okay, he said that he was assaulted. Hold on, let me pull up his picture. He said that he was assaulted after Stefon hit on him and he didn't want to go for it. He said that he was in the back of the limo and Stefon pulled out a cucumber and wanted him to taste it. And he said H to the ISO, okay, V to the ISA. All right, I want y'all to pay attention, honey. This is all nefarious. Now, first of all, where do you get the nerve from to ask this man this and to just pull it out? It's all crazy. But anyway, so he says once they got out of the limo and returned back to the residence, that's when basically that's Chris right there. Now he says after they got back, that's when Stefon started accusing him of having stolen from him and then said he stole a necklace or something, and then allegedly had his brother and 2 other people go and jump on him and take the necklace back. So now this guy is saying the same thing, that he wanted the necklace back and that he sent his goons to retrieve it. Now, the man also claimed that Diggs' brother, NFL player Stefon Diggs, was also present and didn't intervene. Now, the incident resulted in him suffering a torn ACL, among other injuries. Okay, along with defamation, the man is suing Diggs for for engaging in civil conspiracy. He also claims that Diggs is vicariously liable, okay, for the actions of the people in his inner circle. So basically saying that they did this all in his name, all for him at his behest, whether he was there or not, or engaged in it or not. Okay, so the man is going after the football player and others for damages. And however, the amount he's suing for has yet to be revealed. Now, Trayvon has also been named as a defendant in the suit. This is all getting real ugly. Okay, what do you all have to say about it? And here's the question. Why is he out here buying other men necklaces? Y'all don't find that interesting? And then, I'm wondering, is he, on the DL? So I have several questions. What do y'all think? But I have to show y'all this. First of all, let's go to this TikTok, okay, where they show him in court. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance.
That we also have his lawyer deciding to speak because he had an opportunity to speak. And I want y'all to see exactly how this one went. Roll it.
Stefon, you want to stop and make a statement? I'll give you a statement. Is completely innocent of these false allegations that have been alleged against him. We're confident that after the facts and evidence are reviewed in this case, he will be completely exonerated. Thank you.
Did you give us some of those facts?
Not at this time, but they will be presented, and when they are presented, it will paint a very different picture, and we're very confident that he will be exonerated.
Is he still seeking a monetary settlement?
Thank you.
Is he still trying to resolve this?
What was the reason behind the last-minute change in legal teams?
No last minute change. I've been representing Mr. Diggs for several years. Thank you.
You do expect this to go to...
There are individuals, we just gonna admit it, who are blessed with certain abilities, God-given abilities. If you don't believe in God, then genetics that have absolutely helped them propel to the top of their profession. And Stefon Diggs is one of those individuals. Whether you like him or you dislike him, whether you think he's handsome, whether you think he's arrogant, whatever the case may be, it is what it is. But when they say, like Harry Potter, like Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. I would often take that, screw it up a little bit and say, with great power and fame and fortune and influence comes great restraint. Now, some of y'all going, duh, Nash. But I had to ask you specifically, do you believe that if you were in this position, that you would behave the same way? We're not talking about you currently. We're talking about younger you in your prime, to your picking power that he has. See, one thing about certain ladies, and they won't tell you this, so fellas, I'll break the code before y'all get to Valentine's Day if you're trying to go get something. The bad boy is what's attractive to a lot of women, not all women, of course, but to a lot of women, because it's a thrill. And a man with money, a man with fame, a man with certain importance to a group of individuals will always be higher value than the local male. Now, Stefon Diggs clearly is a image of him trotting on out of there, but not only that, we also have his lawyer deciding to speak because he had an opportunity to speak. And I want y'all to see exactly how this one went. Roll it.
Stefon, you want to stop and make a statement? I'll give you a statement.
Sorry, you all. I was uploading something. So what do you all think about it? I find it all nefarious at the end of the day. I just find this all egregious. To me, it's just given that it sounds to me like Stefon, when he gets into trouble or somebody doesn't do what he wants them to do, like maybe this is what he does. Okay? Maybe this is what he does, accuses them of something to disparage them. And then when they come out and say something against him, then maybe he'll just go on and say, they're just retaliating, or they're just mad, or they're just hating. Okay? What do y'all think? DJ Big Six says to have that many children at the same time says a lot about him and the baby mothers. Just sad for the children. Right. And the baby mothers went along with it, in my opinion, because he has money. He's an NFL player. They just wanted a bag. Some of these women are just sad and pathetic at the end of the day, in my opinion. But here he is in court.
Not guilty plea will enter.
All right. Commonwealth, any requests?
Commonwealth's requesting a stay away, no contact from the victim, including third-party contact.
So, sir, on this matter will be continued until April 1st, 2026 at 9 a.m. That's for a pretrial hearing. Being released today on your own personal recognizance with the conditions will be released. Stay to stay away and have no contact with the named victim, and that includes third-party contact. Please be advised if you violate the terms of your release, or if you commit a new criminal offense during the pendency of this case, your bail of personal recognizance could be revoked, and you can be held without bail for up to 90 days. So that's April 1st at 9, sir. Please see probation today before you leave.
Good morning, ADA Drew Virtue for the Commonwealth.
So he pled not guilty, of course, as is to be expected. But I want you all to see this video that someone did about him, because do you all think, once in the chat, if you all think this young man is on the DL? Do you not think that he's on the DL? Do you believe what Chris Blake Griffith accused him of? Do y'all think that he actually tried to get that man to do the unthinkable? And then, let's not forget that Chris said somebody put something in his drink that night, that he was rubbed. Okay, let's not forget that. He also made that allegation that they gave him a drink, and that he thinks somebody put something in it. So you all are saying, yes, y'all think that he's a little zesty on the down low. I think he is too. Okay, I think he is too. And when I saw this video right here, I really thought so, because I promise you, he had on my suit. He literally had on my suit. And I find that all interesting. So let's go to the footage. Okay, likes up, everyone. Please like and share. I have to show y'all this.
Diggs made his first appearance in court today for his arraignment in the trial involving him and his former personal chef. And he entered a plea of not guilty. And the personal chef has broken her silence and put out an official statement. Here's everything you need to know. As a quick recap, this is all stemming from an incident that allegedly happened on December 2nd. That was over an alleged dispute about unpaid wages. And the chef alleges that this turned and escalated into an incident where Stefon Diggs assaulted her. The original arraignment date for Stefon Diggs was January 23rd, but his legal team said that he could not make that date because of other work obligations and asked for it to be rescheduled, and it was for today, February 13th. During the arraignment today, Stefon Diggs pled not guilty to all of the charges that he's facing. The judge did put a no contact.
Now, y'all see that suit? Y'all see that suit? When I tell y'all, he has on my same suit, y'all. Please pay attention. Isn't that the same damn suit? I promise you, a black sequin suit. He has on the exact same suit as the Queen. Now, I'm sorry, Mr. Man. I'm sorry. Now, I really have several questions. Okay, but let's continue.
Order in place so that Stefon Diggs could not reach out to the alleged victim or have anyone else reach out to the alleged victim on his behalf. And
I actually think that he looks better. I think that somebody said he's looking like Billy Porter. Look, I think he looks better in his. Look how he's posing with his hand on his hip and everything, honey. Okay, with his little high-heel cowboy boots on. He needs to sit down somewhere. Sure, let me see which one looks the best. Yeah, I think he got me beat, y'all. I think he got me beat. Honey, he needs to sit all the way down. Look how he's posing. Honey, if that ain't sweet, I don't know what is. But let's continue.
And he was free to be released without having to post any bail until the next court date, which is April 1st. The personal chef who made the allegations put out this statement saying that she wanted to clear up any false information that was out there, that she is a chef with over 10 years of experience, and that there were rumors that she engaged in a conversation about a settlement. She said that is untrue and that never happened. She also says that she's a survivor of DV and thinks that this is very serious and that she doesn't want to engage in any false rumors that are being put out there. She just is seeking to heal and be at peace. I also do want to remind folks in her defense that this is a criminal trial and not a civil lawsuit. So she is not seeking money at this moment. Stefon Diggs made his first appearance in court today for...
Now, hold on, because I want to show you all something. Hold on, let me see something real quick. Hold on. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Okay? Because I'm like, wait a second here. What necklace is he giving them? Right? First of all, why is he giving his homeboys necklaces? Okay, now you know they do that when you're in like a record label or something. They have the matching record label necklaces or whatever. But at the end of the day, why is he buying his homeboys necklaces? But here's the thing. I saw the necklaces and I thought, this is very interesting. Now, let me share my screen because I'm going to show you all the necklaces too. Some of you may have already seen this, but I find it absolutely nefarious. Okay, that's what I find it. Please pay attention. Look at these necklaces that he's buying them. Y'all see it? Y'all see it? Hold on, let me move the super sticker. Y'all see that? Now, this is his brother. They have on the same necklaces. All of them look the same, but no. Here's the one that he's buying for his friends. See the one with all the different colors on it? See the one with all the different colors on it? Hold on. Let me see something real quick. Hold on, beloveds. Let me see if I can find. There it is, right there. I think this is it. Hold on. No, that's not it. Hold on. I want you all to see. I can't find the darn picture. But I tell you this. That necklace right there that he and his brother are wearing with all the different color stones that looks like the rainbow, that's the necklace that he gave Chris Blakely, allegedly, because I've seen Chris Blakely with that same necklace on, and the guy who's suing him now, I think the guy's name is Nilo. That guy has the same necklace too. That guy has the same necklace too. Okay, so this is all very interesting. So now, when he gets mad at Chris, he wants the necklace back. He says that Chris stole it. I don't think that Chris stole it. And Chris also said that he lost clients and money because of those allegations. That's why he's suing him. Okay, he said that and just think about it. You're a stylist for these celebrities, and then some other celebrity comes along and says that you're stealing from them. And then here's the thing. As far as the story with him and the person that's suing him currently, that's interesting because that car didn't even belong to Stefon Diggs. He was renting the car. So how is he going to say the guy stole the car from him because the car got stolen en route? Okay, it got stolen in transit. Okay, what makes him think that this person stole it? Why would he say that? Okay, Yusuf says, kind of looks like chakra colors. Yeah, that's what it is. That's probably what it is. Or maybe what I'm thinking is that it's all of the birthstones. Okay, I'm thinking that it's all 12 of the birthstones in there. That's what it looks like to me. But at the end of the day, it still looks like the rainbow. And he looks like the rainbow in that suit. Okay, the nerve of him wearing the same suit that the queen had on. Had it all nefarious. Jack on the road said zestified. Okay, I find it all interesting. Anywho, Lynn says he can't touch the queen. Thank you, beloved. I appreciate you. Okay, I absolutely appreciate you. Peace, love, and blessings, honey. Did y'all see how he had his little leg poked out? Okay, with the kickstand pose, and then had his hand all on his hip. Honey, I'm sorry. I don't know what Cardi B sees in him. But hold on. Let's go to another thing before we leave out of here. Two more things I want to show you all. Okay, first of all, Deepak Chopra. Isn't that how you say his name? Or Chopra? Now, Yeah, Deepak Chopra. Okay, he has an Epstein connection, and they stopped to ask him about it. And here's what he had to say. It wasn't much, I'll tell you that. All of these people tied to Epstein is absolutely nefarious. Now, also, let's not forget about Dr. Oz being mentioned. Not that there's any allegations that he did anything appropriate, but the fact that they were even in Jeffrey Epstein's circle.
Sir, you built your entire career on spirituality. What do you have to say about your actions with Epstein? Any regrets? Do you have any regrets? I said, do you have any regrets about your relationship with Epstein? What's that? You want me to decide? No, I'm asking you, sir.
Well, you give me your
Look,
you have a right to your opinion.
Look, I'm asking you, sir.
He don't want to answer that question, honey. Okay, remember how he used to be on Oprah Super Soul Sunday, and then he's connected some kind of way to Epstein. I'm not saying he did anything inappropriate or illegal, but connected to Epstein is interesting, okay, because Oprah is always connected to people who are known for being nefarious. She was connected to Harvey Weinstein, okay? And then John of God, the man who supposedly raped all of these women. We're talking about curing people from cancer and cutting into their breast. And didn't Oprah say that she did it too when she went to visit him? This is all so crazy at the end of the day. Okay, I find it absolutely deplorable. But let's continue, because also, do you all know one of Trump's minions, another one of Trump's minions, these MAGA loyalists? 40-year-old Oklahoma Trump supporter who flaunted a Make Liberals Cry Again hat on Facebook by the name of Justin Floyd Quayles, who goes by Jay, has been sentenced to 30 years in federal prison after a jury found him guilty of one count of aggravated sexual abuse of a minor. Isn't this something? The victim was under age 12 at the time of the abuse. His Facebook also features anti-transgender posts and a post accusing Joe Biden of inappropriate behavior with children. Okay, the nerve. Talking about Joe Biden, honey, after all he was doing. This is all egregious. Absolutely nefarious. Now, with that all being said, let's go to Steve Lazarus, who calls out the Trump administration and says how you know that they're lying. Well, first of all, we know they're lying because we know, but he wants to tell you exactly what key points you can look at to see that they're lying.
Not calling anyone a liar, but I do have decades of experience watching people lie. And here are 4 techniques they resort to when they're cornered. The first is deflection.
The Dow right now is over. The Dow is over $50,000. I don't know why you're laughing. You're a great stock trader, as I hear, Raskin. The Dow is over 50,000 right now. The S&P at almost 7,000, and the NASDAQ smashing records.
Make it about something or somebody else. Try to stop the line of questioning altogether by bringing up unrelated issues, and in this case, really unrelated issues. Maybe they'll forget they asked the question in the first place. Next is something called obfuscation.
Is the public going to learn about men that abuse these girls? Like, what does that mean? I mean, I don't understand what that means.
So in response to a question that's as clear as day, the person suddenly appears confused. And in their mind, if they're confused about the question, they shouldn't have to answer it. Moving on, let's take a look at the overt display of contempt.
Did you tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files? Yes or no?
Why don't you try spelling it out?
Yes or no, Director?
Use the alphabet.
Yes or no?
No, A, B, C,
Director,
D, E, F.
This is another form of deflection, but with a healthy dose of arrogance thrown in. Instead of answering the question, they belittle it, and they belittle the person asking it. The overall strategy is the same, though. Avoid the direct answer that you can't afford to give. Number 4 is something we see a lot of nowadays, and I like to call it whataboutism.
None of them ask Merrick Garland over the last 4 years one word about Jeffrey Epstein.
Wait, you think I did something wrong? Well, what about that guy? As if someone else's actions somehow excuse your own. Folks, when you have the truth on your side, you don't need deflection or obfuscation or any of that. You just answer the question. Otherwise, you run the risk of being called a liar, and nobody wants that. What other ways do people avoid telling the truth? Share your thoughts in the comments.
Yeah, that's all they were doing was gaslighting and telling lies. Okay, but hold on. Because here's an old video of Pam Bondi, aka Pam Blondie, when she was acting like she was going to be going after traffickers. Now she wants to act like there's nothing to see here, folks. Donald Trump is the best of the best of the best president in history. How dare anyone suggest anything other than that?
Nationally and calls for help for human trafficking, where young women and children are enslaved and abused. I knew we needed all hands on deck. Businesses and hospitals to spot it, our great law enforcement to stop it, and tougher penalties to punish it. We're taking on Medicaid fraud, pill mills, gangs, and more, and I'll fight to put human trafficking monsters where they belong, behind bars.
Pam Bondi, our Attorney General.
Looks like someone had a change of heart, okay? Now, here's what Ro Khanna had to say. Listen to this. This was on yesterday, I do believe, that Ro Khanna came out, and here's what he had to say. Likes up, everyone, please. Don't forget to like and share. Thank you in advance.
3 additional illegal redactions. I went to the Justice Department this morning, and I discovered 3 additional illegal redactions. First, there is a political candidate who corresponded with Jeffrey Epstein, whose name is redacted. Congressman Thomas Massey, in my bill, the Epstein Transparency Act, explicitly says you cannot redact political candidates or politicians. Second, there is a convicted sex trafficker who had alleged ties with the former Prince Andrew. That name is protected. Third, Leslie Wexner's name is protected again, and an additional man whose name they are protecting. I've alerted the Justice Department they need to make these names public as the law requires. I went to the Justice Department.
You know, they probably aren't going to make the names public because at the end of the day, Scott Bessent already said that they're not going, well, he said if they don't do it, nothing's going to happen. He was asking a reporter, he's like, what's going to happen if they don't do it? And the reporter's like, I don't know. He said, nothing's going to happen. And he was very smug about it, okay? These people think that their ish don't stink and that they're not going to have to face any consequences, but the world is watching. And all of these other countries that are penalizing people for even being associated with Epstein. And also, there's investigations from numerous countries, okay? Turkey, okay, I do believe Poland, and now France. Okay, but the United States wants to just sweep it under the rug, and they think that's just going to be fine. But also, let's talk about Cardi B, because I also forgot to tell you all that Cardi B got into it with the Trump administration for calling out ICE. Okay, saying they were gonna jump them at her concert. Okay, let's get into it. I'm gonna put up an overlay.
Yeah, we're gonna jump their
This is the moment rapper Cardi B called out ICE on the opening night of her new tour.
I got some bear mace in the back. They took my fans. Let's go.
The incident sparked a back and forth between the artist and the Department of Homeland Security on X. DHS posted, quote, as long as she doesn't drug and rob our agents, we'll consider that an improvement over her past behavior. The post appeared to be referencing a 2016 post where Cardi B said she drugged and robbed men when she was a stripper in the Bronx. The post has since been deleted. She has said that she's not proud of that time in her life. Quote, I did what I had to do to survive. Hours later, Cardi B fired back at DHS. Quote, if we're talking about drugs, let's talk about Epstein and friends drugging underage girls to rape them. Why y'all don't want to talk about the Epstein files? Cardi B is a longtime critic of President Trump and campaigned for Kamala Harris in the 2024 election.
I can't stand a bully. But just like Kamala, I always stand up to one. If ICE come in here, we're gonna jump their
Okay, now what do you all think about that? I find it also interesting. And also, what I had noticed was, and I'm sure everybody noticed it. First of all, let me just say this. Cardi B has gone viral again because she fell out of a chair on her tour. Okay, everybody thought it was crazy how she got up and just played it off or whatever and got right back into it. They said she was very professional. So that went viral. It's people out here struggling to go viral, and Cardi B goes viral for every little thing. Okay, but good for her. Now, with that all being said, but here's the thing. Do you all remember before the Super Bowl when they asked her if she had any words for Stefon? The way she responded, I already knew she wasn't thinking about him. Okay, I already knew she wasn't.
First, Stefon, before the game, one inspired message.
Good luck.
How we celebrate? How we celebrate?
The way she said good luck was so nonchalant. Honey, I knew she wasn't here for whatever he was dishing. Okay? 6'3" Soldier said that BBL broke her fall. Now, you know you are wrong for that, beloved. You know you are wrong for that. So anyway, with that all being said, listen. I'm going to conclude this broadcast. Okay, I'm going to conclude this broadcast. I want to thank you all for tuning in. And I was sitting here reading some of the comments, and y'all are so nefarious. Okay, at the end of the day, Rotten Roll said, "Whose idol is this?" I am 666 says, "Will she prosecute Goldman Sachs, Epstein, female attorney who calls him uncle?" Likely not, beloveds. Okay, likely not. Flawless Honey says, "Two wings on the same bird." I have to agree. Okay, so listen, beloveds, I love you all to life. I hope you all enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. Each one teach one. That's how. Oh, hold on. No. Let me show you all this real quick. I knew I forgot something. Listen, look at all these MAGA people getting accused of PDF filing. Okay, and this is why they absolutely don't care that Trump is accused of being one. Okay, this is why some of them went and made T-shirts, had T-shirts made that said, I don't care if Trump is a PDF file, because some of them are PDF files. Breaking: MAGA pastor's son, Jonathan Wesley Peternell, pleads guilty to possessing 2,300 plus files of rugged children being R-worded, including AI-generated nude pregnant toddlers. Isn't that crazy? 24-year-old Indiana National Guard member and son of Life Church lead pastor, okay, did this in a Snapchat group, Diddy Disciples, sharing CSAM. That's the name of their thing, Diddy Disciples sharing CSAM. Had nude videos of his own parents too. Do you all hear this? What kind of sick freak? I didn't even see that part. Had nude pics of your own parents? Oh, in the hell wants to see that? Do y'all hear it? These are Trump's MAGA minions. I want y'all to pay attention. Okay, I want you all to pay attention, because this is all nefarious. At the end of the day, what do y'all think about it? What do y'all think about it? Nude pics of your parents, like, dude, what's your problem? Hold on. And then you have this man who, Peter John Daglish, former United Nations chief and founder of UNICEF, was arrested on child R-wording charges in Nepal. During his arrest, 2 young children were rescued from his custody and respected humanitarian. He's a respected humanitarian, and he was awarded the Order of Canada for his work with disadvantaged children. This is some sick stuff. And you know what? This is exactly what these people do. These PDF files, a lot of times they'll sit there and absolutely pretend that they're trying to help people. I told you, a lot of times these people will be missionaries and mercenaries and all of that. Look at it. This is him. Look at that. Oh, just a shame at the end of the day. But like I said, a lot of these people will come bearing gifts, acting as though they're such good people and so into the church and all of that, only to be doing the unthinkable. Now, look at this. White man plucked hair from his armpit, placed it in his food, then complained to staff about hair in his food. If he don't sit down somewhere, okay, you can pay for your meal. Oh, nasty arse. Just nasty. Isn't that just absolutely disgusting? Y'all see that ish? Y'all see that ish? Songwriter Sonny said he's growling. Talking about I'm growling. What type of shenanigans are these? But hold on, y'all have got to hear this. Now, this lady is still at it. Do you all remember me telling you about 5 years ago, those of you who've been here long enough, about this lady who's a psychologist going around saying that PDF files, this is just an sexual orientation and that people should just be accepting of it? Girl, you sound crazy. Okay, but let's let her cook because she thought she was. Okay, listen to the foolishness.
Right now, most of us feel discomfort when we think about this scenario. And most of us feel discomfort when we think about pedophiles. But just like pedophiles, we are not responsible for our feelings. We do not choose them. But we are responsible for our actions. And we must make a decision. It is in our responsibility to reflect and to overcome our negative feelings about pedophiles and to treat them with the same respect we treat other people with. We should accept that pedophiles are people who have not chosen their sexuality and who, unlike most of us, will never be able to live it out freely if they want to lead an upright life. We should accept that pedophilia is a sexual preference, a thought, a feeling, and not an act. We should differentiate between child sexual abuse and pedophilia. We shouldn't increase the suffering of pedophiles by excluding them, by blaming and mocking them. By doing that, we increase their isolation.
Now, she sounds absolutely nefarious. She sounds absolutely nefarious. I want y'all to pay attention. And then here's the thing. Let's not forget how Ted Cruz came out like a week or so ago talking about, can people stop harassing PDF files? What? Is he serious? This is all crazy. Okay. Mr. Bob the cat thing said I would have walked out. Okay, I would have too, because please make it all make sense. Trying to say that they should just be free to just roam the streets and live their lives and we shouldn't be looking at them crazy or just saying things about them or whatever. Yeah, well, you know, if that's their sexual preference, honey, something's wrong with them upstairs. Okay, so please miss me with it. Anyway, I'm out of here. Listen, I love you all to life. I hope you enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, but never constructive. And productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. Songwriter Sonny said, I don't get it. Well, I certainly do. I certainly do. She sounds like she might be one of those things herself, okay? Because why are you sitting here saying, or, you know, trying to encourage people to be accepting of it as if it's something normal? It is absolutely not normal, okay? And it is criminal. What is she talking about? Okay, anyway, I love you all to life. Everyone enjoy the rest of this beautiful day, and I will talk to you all again soon. Not sure if I'm coming back, but I just might. If so, it'll be about 6:30, okay? Talk to you all again soon. Peace.
With that gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas. other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got